world, Michael Beasley here coming to you from NFL Safe Zone. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment. Again, like, subscribe, share, comment. So we're back at it again, second episode of NFL Safe Zone. I figure this is a good week to do it at. We're right in between the playoff mix right now. 6 teams have currently punched their tickets. 8 more need to do the same. We'll get more into that. But first, we got First and 5. Welcome to First and 5, y'all. So let's jump into 5 main NFL stories that's going on right now. Story number 1, we got YouTube going to purchase NFL Sunday Ticket for $2.5 billion. I said billion dollars. That's big money right there. Obviously, everything's going to streaming apps now, and this makes perfect sense. I mean, DirecTV, that's all they really had going for them was NFL Sunday Ticket. So now I'm guessing DirecTV is going to go out of business. I mean, I got a DirecTV satellite sitting in my yard. I've never used it a day in my life. Probably been sitting there for 30, 40 years. Bad news. I mean, if anybody's ever had DirecTV or satellite or dish or anything like that, like, it's garbage. Point blank, it's garbage. Story number 2. So we got a Frank Reich sighting, not in general, but, you know, NFL league, the league has notified NFL executives across the league that they have spent way too much money in firing coaches. They have spent over $800 million the last 5 seasons in firing coaches. This is because what happens is kind of similar to Frank Reich, is they will extend a coach and fire the coach not even a year after the extension. It's kind of what happens, so they're still paying on the books. Good job, Chris Ballard. You were the guru. Story number 3. LaShawn McCoy thinks Dak Prescott is trash and ass. I mean, he does kind of have a point. The last 3 games, Dak has thrown 9 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. They lost to the Jags last week after floundering a horrible lead. Like, I mean, they were up 20-plus points. The Cowboys, for the first time in their history, lost a game while leading by 20-plus points. It's wild, right? It happened. The Jags, though, they're hot right now. We'll get more into that when we jump into the playoffs. Story number 4. We got Antonio Brown domestic assault charges dropped. The man was hiding in his house for the last 2 weeks when the police stood outside waiting for these charges to get dropped, and they eventually got dropped. So I guess he's not wrong here. Or did he just pay the person he abused? Who knows? I'm guessing he paid somebody. That's normally what they do. And then the last news story, we have 3 different starting quarterbacks this weekend. We got, for the Arizona bum-ass Cardinals, we got Chase McSorley out of Penn State getting his first career start in place of Colt McCoy, who is out with a concussion, and Kyler Murray with an obvious ACL, MCL tear. Number 2, we got Nick Foles getting the start over the benched Matt Ryan for the 2nd time this season. Yes, Matt Ryan has been benched again. He deserves it. He sucked. It is what it is. He's 1-4 since he's been back. He has done absolutely nothing but turn the ball over and not be able to throw past 10 yards. I'm sorry. When a quarterback can't throw past 10 yards, I can't support you no more. You got to go. And then we got Ryan Tannehill news. He is currently maybe out for the season from what it's looking like. And if that's the case, like I said, we'll jump more into the Jags and the NBA in the NFL playoffs, but it's not looking good for Tennessee right now with Malik Willis going to be the backup quarterback. He has not played good this season. He played in 5 games. He didn't even throw 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Completion percentage, 43%. Not looking good for the Titans. Next up, 2nd and 20. Welcome to 2nd and 20. This is where I put 20 seconds on the clock and I rant about something. So let's put 20 seconds on the clock. 20 seconds, there you are. Let's go. So today I'm writing about the Vikings and their fan base and their commentators and their comeback. The Vikings fans were acting like they won the Super Bowl beating the poor-ass Colts. I mean, the Colts right now, they're so in disarray that anybody could beat them except for the Vegas Raiders, because the Vegas Raiders, they're just as bad because of Josh McDaniels. I've learned something about the Vikings fan base, though. They're very fickle. They like to attack certain players on their team, and it's probably why certain players on their team always leave. I also saw Harry the Hitman didn't make the Pro Bowl. You know who Harry the Hitman is? I had to Google it because I said Harry the Hitman. Who the hell is Harry the Hitman? Harrison Smith. Well, Harrison Smith didn't make the Pro Bowl. You know why, Vikings fans? I know you guys are upset, but somebody actually outplayed him. Buda Baker, number one, I mean, it was not even close. Buda Baker is by far better than Harrison Smith. Talanoa Hufanga from 49ers, who had one less tackle than Harrison Smith, had the same amount of interceptions as Harrison Smith, had 2 more sacks than Harrison Smith, and had 2 more forced fumbles than Harrison Smith, and a touchdown. Harrison Smith had 0 touchdowns. 2 interceptions, Harrison Smith had 1 interception. That's why he didn't make the Pro Bowl, because he was not better. The second-year player beat your boy out. Get used to it, because your boy ain't making the Pro Bowl again. Also, the Vikings have squeaked by bad teams. How do you squeak by bad teams and expect to win a Super Bowl? The only good teams the Vikings have played is the Eagles, the Cowboys, the Bills. What happened against the Eagles? They got blown out. What happened against the Cowboys? They got blown out. What happened against the Bills? A miracle-ass play on the 1-yard line that would probably never happen again. Yeah, Minnesota Miracle. Yeah, that shit is fun and dandy during the regular season, but when it comes time for the playoffs, I know Stephon Diggs had it that one time, but when it ain't happening again. Y'all ain't making no Super Bowl ever. You guys are cursed by Gary Anderson missing that 52-yarder back when y'all was supposed to make the Super Bowl when you was 15-1. In what year was that? 99, 2000? The Dirty Bird got y'all though, didn't he? Jamal Anderson. Something like that, right? Jamal Anderson. Welcome to Third and Playoffs. So 6 teams have currently punched their ticket into the 2023 playoffs. On the AFC side, you got the Bills, you got the Chiefs. On the NFC side, you got the Eagles, you got the Cowboys, you got the Vikings, and you got the Vikings and you got the 49ers. Those 6 teams have punched their ticket in. There is teams that could currently punch their ticket this weekend, which is the Giants only right now. And a couple other teams could win their divisions. I can't remember them off the top of my head right now. But other than that, on the outside looking in, you got the Jaguars and Jets. Jaguars and Jets. Jets are 7-7. Jags 6-8, but they're winning right now. They've been winning lately. They're hot. Doug Peterson got his boys playing good right now. The Jets, Mike White got hurt. Zach Wilson, he ain't no better than he was 3 weeks ago. I mean, you get what you get. The Jaguars have the perfect schedule to end this season to make the playoffs right now, especially with Malik Willis going down. The Jags have to go against the Jets. They have to go against the Texans, which is the worst team in the NFL. And then they'll end the season against the Titans at home. So they got 2 road games, and then they're at home to the Titans. I believe the Jags might win these last 3 and actually punch their ticket to the playoffs, because we don't want the Colts to make the playoffs. Why do we want the Colts to make the playoffs? So that we can make the playoffs and embarrass ourselves even more. Unless Nick Foles has that come to Jesus meeting like he did with Philly in his last season and win a Super Bowl, I highly doubt that's going to happen though for us. Another team with an outside chance to get in is the Steelers. Not even 2 weeks ago, I was saying, damn, Mike Tomlin might have his first losing season. Well, they've been winning. And Kenny Pickett's coming back. They braved the storm with the backup quarterbacks the last 2 weeks with Trubisky. And I can't forget that with Trubisky, because Mason Rudolph didn't play. But with Trubisky, they braved the storm. So you got that going on for them. And they end the season at home to the Raiders, at Ravens, and at home to the Browns. I see them, the Steelers have a great outside chance of getting in just because of the schedule. I mean, with Lamar Jackson not playing, there's a strong chance they can finish these last 3 games out with Kenny Pickett starting. I mean, he played really good against the Colts. Not saying much again because Vikings fans treat the Colts wins like Super Bowls. But, you know what I mean? He had a good game against the Colts, and that's basically the last time we saw him because he got hurt in the first quarter on damn near like the first or second series with the concussion. The next game. And then on the NFC side of the bubble, you got the Lions right there. The Lions are hot. I mean, they won 6-7. Lions have won 6-7. They just beat Minnesota at Detroit. I mean, they did that with ease, too. They beat them by 11. How does that make y'all feel, Minnesota? Y'all lost to the Lions. The Lions ain't no joke no more. They coming for that division. Not this year, but next year, best believe they coming with Aaron Rodgers having a down year this year. The Packers are the lowest team with the outside chance of getting in. And, I mean, this kind of happened with Pittsburgh last season. They were the lowest squad to get in, and they end up getting in. Like, you're like, what the hell? How did they do it? Well, the Colts sucked it up at the end of the season. That's how they did it. So the Packers need a team to suck it up at the end of the season, and they'll get in. Basically, they need the Commanders to lose out. The Commanders, 7-6-1. Commanders have not been winning as of late. Currently, right now, Ron Rivera was asked about the quarterback situation, and he said that it's ongoing. Carson Wentz could be put back in. But if they remember correctly, Carson Wentz was not that good when they took him out. He was trying to get him out and get Taylor in. But now they want to take Taylor out and put Carson in. You know what I mean? The seismic shift of the NFL. And then you got the Falcons, Panthers, Saints, Buccaneers. The series is up in the air. I mean, the division is up in the air. You don't really know what's going to happen. I think Tom Brady and them is going to get in because they only care about division games. So as long as they win the division games, they get in. The Panthers, they controlled their own destiny as of last weekend, but they lost, so now they don't control it no more. The Seahawks, they have a pretty decent schedule to go up against. Seahawks have a pretty hard schedule to go up against. They got to play the Chiefs at Kansas City. That's an eliminator game this week. So if they don't win that game, it's losses for them. And it's probably going to be losses because Kansas City is going to go home, win it, and get ready for the playoffs. Get this. So I got the Vegas NFL playoff predictions. These were made at the beginning of the season. Check these predictions out. You had the Bills at the 1, Ravens at the 4, Jets at the 5, Titans at the 3, Chargers at the 6, Chiefs at the 2, Dolphins at the 7, Eagles at the 1, 49ers at the 4, Cowboys at the 5, Bucks at the 3, Giants at the 6, Vikings at the 2, 7 at the Packers at the 7. I mean, Vegas had some of them right, and some of these are about to flounder at the end, so I think it's pretty interesting. I mean, some of these were pretty much a given. Me and Hardy had chosen a lot of these, I believe. Surprising is the Jets, though. I didn't really see the Jets making the playoffs this year regardless. Last up, 4th and 1. Welcome to 4th and 1, y'all. So how I like to end these episodes is something good, something sweet about the NFL. So over the weekend, over this Christmas holiday week, Julian Blackmon, who got his first career pick 6 for the Colts, and Bernard Raymond went to the Raleigh Children's Hospital and spread some holiday cheer to the kids, put smiles on their faces, and that's what it's all about, man. It's all about the kids. You gotta love the kids. The kids is what looks up to these NFL players. Kids treat NFL players like heroes. Peyton Manning, he was my hero for a majority of my lifetime, which is why I bailed out on the Colts when they bailed out on him. It really hurt my feelings. It took me a while to come back to the Colts, which I'm finally back now, but it took years. I'm telling you, it took years to get me back. That's why I have a Peyton Manning Bronco jersey, and I did not buy a Colts jersey until this season, until the end of last season, Kenny Moore II. It's tough for me to do. It really is. It was really hard, but I've swallowed my pride finally, and I'm a Colts fan again. I'm not fickle anymore, like you Vikings fans. Until next time, y'all, please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment. Again, like, subscribe, share, comment. Thank you for watching NFL Safe Zone. I'll be back again one day. Peace.